What does this season mean for Stephen Curry's legacy? Over the past number of seasons, we have gotten used to the Golden State Warriors' dominance. In 2013, they were the fun, uprising underdogs when they upseeded third-seeded Nuggets. But as they grew into this powerhouse, they became the most hated team in the NBA, with Stephen Curry in the driver's seat, who has been the consensus best point guard in the NBA, until recently. A common take in the NBA community over the years has been that Steph Curry is a better ceiling raiser than he is a floor raiser, meaning guys like James Harden and Russell Westbrook could carry a mediocre roster better. But on a championship team with other all-star caliber players who need the ball, you would much rather have Steph Curry with his off-ball gravity and lethal three-point shooting. His game is much more suited to play with other stars versus other guys, which is why Kevin Durant's move to Golden State ended up being a seamless fit when it comes to the offense. Now, of course, a lot of that has to do with KD's offensive prowess, but it's also because of Curry's unselfish play style. Curry's whole play style maximizes every one of his teammates, and in the first two games of this season, Golden State looked terrible. Not only was it the fact that they were blown out by the Nets and the Bucks, but the offense just looked like it wasn't working out, nothing was clicking, and even Steph was missing his open three-pointers. And maybe it was mostly casual fans that we shouldn't really take too seriously. Many people in the NBA world came to the very interesting conclusion that because the Warriors were struggling, that meant Steph Curry has somehow always been overrated and isn't as good as we think he is. Because maybe he can't carry a below average roster as well as some other guys, which somehow takes away from his greatness. And because this season let's say the season does prove to be a failure for him and Steph, let's say maybe by the end of the season, they had a disappointing run and lose in the play-in tournament and miss out on the playoffs. My question would be, does that really affect Stephen Curry's legacy? But because to me, it would change absolutely nothing. That might sound crazy. How does a superstar player near his prime miss the playoffs? But if years ago people were already agreeing, and we already established that he's probably a better ceiling raiser, why would him failing to raise a team's floor really matter whatsoever? If, again, we already established that he may have some trouble doing that compared to some other players. And at least to me, Curry's ability to play with other stars and play without the ball is much more valuable than Harden, Russ, or Dame's ability to average crazy numbers and maybe take a team to the first round, and that's about it. Because at the end of the day, the goal of the sport is to win. And Stephen Curry's ability to do that at a higher level means so much more than Russ, Harden, or Dame's ability to carry, which should be obvious to me. Curry's legacy is cemented, and nothing will change that, no matter how badly we want the opposite to be true. Damian Lillard's career last season led a lot of people to crown him as the best point guard in the NBA. And if the only reason you gave him this title was because Steph Curry was injured, I can understand that. But I don't understand the people who genuinely thought that Lillard's season was good enough to have him leapfrog Curry. Of course, I understand that Dame had a career year. His numbers were ridiculous, and he cemented himself as the second best point guard in the league. But him having a great regular season doesn't trump Curry's much more consistent playoff play, and Curry being a much better passer and three-point shooter, in my opinion. Giving Lillard the best point guard in the league title last year was very premature and a big overreaction. And the reason people overreact to things in the NBA community is because it's fun to make bold predictions, especially based on a small sample size. That's literally what all of NBA Twitter is. Because it is true that making a bad prediction is much more fun than taking time and having integrity with what you say, because at the end of the day, this is just entertainment, it is just a sport. This is what leads people to say things like Damian Lillard is better than Steph Curry, or leads people to call Kawhi or Giannis the best in the world. People are always looking for what's next or who's next. So they crown Giannis the best player in the world because he's a back-to-back MVP, or they call Kawhi the best player in the world because he won the 2019 Finals MVP. And I'm not saying you can never change your mind and have a different look on things. I just personally don't think you should change your opinion based on every single game. Steph Curry has been the best guard in the league for so long now. Year after year, it's been him and no one else. And there's no other case that is honestly that strong. So let's wait until Steph Curry is not the best point guard in the NBA to call him not the best point guard in the NBA. Let's wait until LeBron is not the best player anymore to give someone else that prestigious title. Don't question Curry's greatness after 2 games. There's nothing Curry could do that will change his status as an all-time great. He can only go up from here. Soon enough, Luka will take over as the best point guard in the league. But until that time comes, just wait. This season is not some career-defining season for Steph the way people want it to be. As a 3-time champion, 2-time MVP, and holder of the best shooter ever title, Steph has nothing left to prove. The time will come when he's not the best point guard in the league anymore, but it's just not right now. In conclusion, with Kevin Durant gone, Klay Thompson injured, and overall the Warriors just not being the same, Stephen Curry is in his most trying season in a long time. He's going to have to carry the offense more than ever and try to drag his team to the playoffs. And as people question if Steph can do this, like players like James Harden and Russell Westbrook have had to do this in the past, they seem to forget who Steph Curry is. And with the Warriors having up and down struggles so far this season, NBA fans are questioning Curry's entire legacy. But I'm here to tell you that nothing is in question. His whole entire legacy and greatness is proven. So how did the season affect Stephen Curry's legacy? It doesn't really at all in the first place. He's already as established as it gets. But let me know what you think about this video and this topic in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Rashad with Hoops Time 2. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, the like button if you enjoyed this video. Peace out.